This game would have been much easier if I had two players, but then again, my cloning machine broke down. Yeah, it's Buster Brothers this time. I'm really scraping the bottom of the barrel when it comes to North American TurboGrafx CD releases at this point. I actually thought that I'd just give myself, you can see that not doing too well already. Yeah, I thought of just giving myself infinite lives in the cheats and trying to beat it, and just keep on hammering at it, keep on hammering, and hoping that it would all fall into place. And for the first several levels, I would say I was actually feeling I might be able to do this, but it just got harder and harder, more difficult and more difficult. Even when I activated the cheat for all um, bubbles or balloons are small, even though the majority of them were, but not all of them. Some of them still remained large or mid-sized, so don't really know what the deal with that was. But I'm glad and thankful that the cheats existed anyways, because certainly wouldn't have been able to beat it, or it would have been much more difficult. But then again, I did come the moon level. Uh, Activate slow motion, which, you know what, I probably should have done earlier in the game, especially like what you can see here. I guess I should have been thankful that there were fewer enemies on the moon. Then again, how would they breathe? Maybe that was their idea, but who knows for certain. So, I mean, I guess it was neat that they had backdrops of wherever the place was that you were going to, although it's a very blank, embryotic, and highly simplified map of the world, and the places that you go to aren't necessarily located on the map uh, where you land. There are bodies of water that are missing. Like, I thought when we went to Greece, I thought we were going to like Saudi Arabia or something, or even somewhere else, right? Because it's like I wouldn't even on that map I wouldn't say that that was where Greece was, but yeah, and I noticed that it was like morning, day, or morning, evening, and night, each of the three levels there. And strange how the bad guys just kind of stun you and stop you from shooting your little harpoons and everything. I thought that they would actually kill you, but then again, I guess they weren't that cruel, they being the game developers. Um, I would say that the most useful, I mean, there are certain situations where your harpoon, like the double harpoon, is useful and everything. Get a load of that, huh? But the the harpoon that links to the ceiling and stays there. I mean, it'd be great if you could like just shoot it maybe somewhat slower, right? But I mean, once you activate that little harpoon thing that links to the ceiling, I mean, you can't shoot anymore, right? So I mean, I would say that that's more often than not a death sentence for your character. So here I am turning on the cheats there. That's when I started thinking, let's just make them all small and everything. And, it helped me out a lot, but I still died quite a bit, and still ran out of time and everything. So believe me, it's not a cakewalk. Even with the cheats, it's not a cakewalk. So, and I thought I could honestly do that, just stand there in one spot. But then again, the timer would run out. So I had to get a little, at least in terms of my mental capacity, creative in order to beat that level. I was at Ayers Rock there, Uluru, I guess as some people call it. Now you're at the Taj Mahal. Yeah, well, I don't really like games like this. I mean, it's funny to see the little pictures of the guys and I think that they're all different every single level. So I mean, you won't get repeated portraits of them, which is cool. But was that supposed to be the Thunderstone next to wherever that is in Russia? I'm not even sure, but I'm not sure what he's doing there either, trying to dig his eyeball out. But yeah, no. there's definitely puzzle elements to this that I was able to recognize. Like you would have to climb up onto ladders and jump. Well, you can't jump. You would have to walk off at certain angles, and sometimes you'd have to change direction mid fall in order to get to a platform, so you could aim your straight up. I guess not. I don't know. I shouldn't call it 90 degrees because that's probably wrong, but yeah, he's having a good time, I guess. To be honest, I knew that I wouldn't necessarily die, but when I got to that moon level, I was just like, oh, for God's sakes, how long is this game gonna go? Because I was like, yeah, we're probably gonna go to the moon, like before we got to that level, and lo and behold, we did. And then I thought, like it says 1029. I don't know what that means. Like, I thought it was like, does that mean 10 out of 29 stages, or does that mean that I unlock more stages? Now it's like 10 out of 30. What does that mean? Like, I couldn't figure that out. And the game gives you little pseudo encouraging messages. Is that supposed to be the Parthenon? Who knows? It gives you pseudo encouraging messages just to let you know that. Because I just think about it like, what if I was not only playing this on an emulator without cheats or without like save states or slow down or this, that, or the other thing, but what if I was playing this on an actual console and like I had spent like $500 or so on the CD and like $200 on the TurboGrafx, and I had to get I would have had the 2.0 system card there included, but I was just like, okay, so I spent something like $40 on this new CD game and everything, and like I probably wouldn't be able to get past the first couple of levels, and I'd just be like, well, this is a huge disappointment and an incredible waste of money, and it's unlikely that I'll be able to return it for that fact. I was young, like not even able to remember things for the most part as of the year that this game was released, but all the games that I got were like cheap, like rental discards, right? Like they were old at the time that I got them. Maybe like 3 or 4 years old. Like when I got Joe and Mac on the Super Nintendo, the N64 had just came out, and Rogers Video, where I was just trying to get rid of all their old Super Nintendo rentals. So I saw Joe and Mac there, and it turned out to be a fantastic game, great two-player game. But like I can just imagine, like being like a hardworking person of age, a man of age, where he has his own job and everything. And yeah, boy, that was interesting. I was like, how the hell was I going to accomplish that? And Maya, so I was like, where are we going? Like Costa Rica or Belize or Honduras? No, it's just Maya. And oh yeah, the European Spanish music. Just listen to that authentic Mayan music. Go fuck yourself. But no, yeah, at this point I was just like, what? Antarctica? Okay. Antarctic, sorry. Gotta watch out for that. And I was just like, oh shit, what am I gonna do here? This level, I think, would have done a lot less stress for me if I had used the slow down thing. But yeah, no, I would think that. So getting back, and I am so like just all over the place in this ramble. That's why I call it a ramble. But I just could not really justify spending any money on any video game or any video game system whatsoever, right? Like going back on it, my actual family history was that of a Nintendo family right up until the PS2. Then we got the Xbox, then we got the GameCube after that, and that was all history, right? But I would be thinking, like, if I just suddenly found myself like 30 or 35 years in the past, and I was the same age and I had the same amount of savings, boy, I'd have a lot more money because of the not a whole all the 3.5 decades of inflation that hadn't happened. But I would probably be a PC gamer, honestly. Like I would just look at the cost of this was a nightmare. I was like, oh my god, I'm not going to be able to do this, right? I mean, like, I know I had cheats and everything, but I mean, honestly, guys, like, it doesn't make it, like, I can't just sit there and have the level play itself out before me, right? Like, if it wasn't, it's almost as if the slow motion is actually more powerful than the actual cheating, you know. And like when people play the like when my little brother plays through the Switch, like virtual console or whatever the fuck they call it. He's got like a rewind feature and stuff like that, which is of course something that I use a whole lot. But I'm just like, would you not consider that some form of cheating, right? Like I'm not trying to elevate myself above anybody else or anything. Like I mean, it's squatters beat 'em and cheat 'em, right? I mean, it's like I'm gonna own the fact that this is what I do and be honest about it, honest and open. But it just seems to me like my little brother would say, "Oh, come on, what you're doing is completely unremarkable. You're just cheating and everything." And I'm just like, "Well, what about when you play Dixie Kong's Double Trouble or whatever it's called on the Switch Virtual Console? Like I see you use the rewind feature all the time." He's like, "Yeah, but it's officially implemented there." And I'm just like, "Oh yeah, make the excuse, buddy, make the excuse." Yeah, so you know, like as far as I'm concerned, guys, like if you're gonna beat him and cheat him, you might as well own it like I do, you know. Yeah, no, I would definitely be a PC gamer because I could not justify spending all the money on the consoles and the game cartridges and stuff like that, and because they were actually pretty damn expensive. If you actually look back at PDF scans of flyers, I mean, something like Doom for the Super Nintendo would be almost $100, and that's without inflation added to it. So it'd probably be something like 180 or probably even more. Uh, yeah, no, but yeah, look at the two little happy guys, and it's ended. And I tried fast forwarding to see if there would be like an extra ending screen or if it would automatically end, but nope. So I just reset it and saved a few save states, and that's it. Well, we're heading to the end of the video, so I guess that's my ramble on it. I guess I'm gonna say goodbye now. Squatters beat 'em and cheat 'em. Squatter out. Peace out, everybody. Bye.